Are you ready? Because things are about to get edgy. Yeah. Well, it's a good thing those robots can't aim. I don't even know what he did there. Let's do a rocket jump. Badass explosion in the background. I don't even see you wearing a wristwatch. That's a long time. I don't know why I busted in with the explosions and shit when I could just teleport. Actually, I can't because I'm not actually holding a Chaos Emerald right now. Hi, welcome back! Oh man, I can't do the voice the entire time. Yeah. Playing as Shadow, and I'll mention this right now just so we get out of the way to expect me to be a bit more positive, on this particular part of the game. Oh, I don't know, but I'm about to find out. Mostly because yeah, that was a homing attack that I just tried to do, and it... What the fuck? Yeah, there you go. A bit more positive this time because Shadow's story is, especially by comparison, the best part about the game. They actually handled Shadow in general pretty well, all things considered. Especially when you compare it to the game Shadow the Hedgehog, which did, like, the worst thing imaginable. But there's going to be a lot of actual things I'll point out that they actually did well that I wish would have been done throughout the entire rest of the game. As for gameplay in itself, you may notice we're in White Acropolis again, as most of you are doubtlessly aware. This game rehashes levels like crazy. In fact, I will be playing through every single one of the goddamn levels again, just as Shadow. Shadow's gameplay does not differ from Sonic's in that many ways. The biggest difference in general is that Shadow has melee attacks. When he does the homing attack, if you keep pressing A, he'll actually melee and hit things. It lets him kill enemies faster, which is cool. Except they took advantage of this in the sense that, wow, they're really on homing attack. I didn't know they could go that far. There's a lot of enemies to fight now, and there's a lot of those parts where you have to kill a bunch of enemies to progress. There's a lot of that. In Shadow's story. So, if it were just Sonic's, if it were like Sonic's story, I would say that this wouldn't take as long, but I can almost guarantee it'll take just as long, just because of all the padding, all the enemies they have to kill, which sucks. Seriously, where's the guy? There we go. Ugh. Why? What? Why does this appear? I've always wondered that, and I don't understand it. I still don't understand it to this day. It just kind of shows up because it can. And for no other reason that is given. And will ever be given. Nobody's going to answer my question on this. I have accepted that. So I will let the warp hole go, because it's just not worth bringing up. Why mention it? Why explain anything? Why would you explain anything? Why would you bother doing that? Where have you been for the last 26 hours? Damn it. Yeah, Rouge is actually handled... Damn it. Every time I say something good, the game just corrects me immediately. It's like it's offended at the notion of being decent. Rouge, as a character as well, from a story perspective, overall, there's a lot of development given to, particularly Shadow and Rouge, that the other games didn't bother doing, and it's handled in such a better way, I felt, from a writing standpoint. Whoever handled this part of the game, somebody on the writing team for this part of the game wasn't an idiot. That's all I'm trying to say. I know it sounds weird hearing good things from me. I'll point them out as we go along. I'm stuck again! Oh my god! God, it's really hard to be positive here. Don't be negative, don't be negative. I'm actually phasing into the wall as I climb. You see that? That's amazing. I've never even seen that before. Can you... Yeah, get off the wall. By the way, I think I know why it does that. Why that glitch happens. Why you? Why not anybody else? You have a problem with Shadow saving you? Anyway, why it does that with Rouge getting stuff on the wall. I think it's because it's programmed whenever you jump, no matter where you're jumping, you always jump straight up. Always. Doesn't matter what you're doing. The problem with that is that since you're against the wall, you always jump onto the wall because you're right there. In other games, whenever you jumped off the wall, it was programmed that whenever you were on a wall, you would jump away from the wall, thus preventing the issue we are seeing here. But since, you know, they're retarded, they didn't program it like that. And yes, I should probably point this out now since it's happening. Shadow's gameplay does involve vehicles and weapons. Well, vehicles that have weapons, rather, not actual weapons, which is good. But vehicles, I'm not really a fan of the idea. However, I will admit that this was handled a bit better in this game when compared to Shadow the Hedgehog the game, because the vehicles have practical purposes. They have weapons, they can actually, like, do things, you know, other than just exist. They could also get stuck. That's also a thing they can do, which is nice. The buggy here is really hard to control because its turning radius is not great. Which is incredibly frustrating because in the military vehicle you'd think it would be able to make pretty decently tight turns. But no. No, why would that be? And I'm stuck again. It's a good thing this was here, because I'm not sure what I'd do if it wasn't. Well, whatever. I don't care, because there's another one just sitting like right over here. I saw it earlier. Yep, there it is. Boy, it's nice these are around and color coordinated with Shadow. You know, someone had an eye for aesthetics when making these. Like, I think one of the dialogue mentions that these are Eggmans. Why would he ever make these? Are they for him? Because I can't imagine him driving around on one of these. I'm sorry, that's not how I picture the man. And it's not like his robots use these at all. They fucking fly. Like, why would these exist? That's the. I couldn't actually find the reverse button. I thought it was frickin' left trigger. You know, like a normal game. It's not. It's frickin' X. On the Xbox 360. I don't know why it's that button. Whatever. I figured it out. Anyway, this is you may notice this is very tedious. That's because it's impossible to rush this because you have to be careful of what you're doing because, you know, you're in the fucking vehicle. Like, if I was just Shadow, this would be over by now, probably. Except for the fact there's fucking searchlights, which... Oh, no, that's the one by the door. Never mind. Okay. So we got all the ones out here, so we're just gonna go over to the door. I already just confused the crap out of me. If you don't hit this just right, yeah, you got to go over that fast. And over this fast, obviously, because... You have to bring the buggy up here. You have to destroy the searchlight. So, yeah, keep that in mind. Alright, that's 5 of them. There you go. I was waiting for it. Yeah, you just win when you destroy the searchlight. So apparently those were critical. It was mission critical for you to break those. It was very important. I don't know why, but it was. No, it's a B. That's not alright. I expect perfection, Mr. Ultimate Life Form. If that is your real name. This fucking game. Yeah, I got a fucking medal. I don't give a shit about you and your medals. I see this screen more than any other. Yeah, you just want to leisurely stroll when you're trying to escape a base.
Don't you want to know what this is?
Not really.
My assignment was to rescue you, nothing more.
I don't ask the questions around here. I'm too busy being awesome for that.
It seems they don't want us to leave.
Really?
Let's get this over with.
I'll take care of this. Just want to take your time there. It's okay. That was like a really anticlimactic cutscene. Just, that's not who attacked me before. That's the egg Cerberus. You may notice that we fought this thing once before, and that yes, they rehashed the bosses too. It's great. It's wonderful. It's exactly what I wanted to do. Oh, crap. Yeah. The major difference between this X Cerberus and Sonic's X Cerberus is A, it's a different color, which means nothing. And B, it takes longer to kill because there's no statues in the arena. Like, remember how Sonic had those statues before? If you ram into the statues, it'll take off half its health as opposed to just a quarter. Well, Shadow has no statues, so he has to only take off a quarter health every time. Which means the Shadow's fight often takes longer simply because of that. And if that sounds insanely frustrating, don't worry. It's because it is. That's not...
That's too dangerous, Shadow. When you get around to the bomb.
I don't understand the dialogue in this fight. 'Cause it's like they wrote the dialogue planning for this boss fight to be different and realized that they wouldn't have enough time to implement it. They just made it dirt simple. It feels like they meant to do something better with this, you know? It's one of those situations. What could have been is nothing more. But ultimately, as much as I think the plot in this game is fucking garbage, I would almost forgive it if the game were fun to play. But it's not even that much, so it doesn't happen. And frickin' Shadow's frickin' skates are always starting to bother me. They gave his skates a weird sound effect in this game. And they never given it a sound effect at all before. So it's a little jarring to begin with, but it's a really weird sound effect. It sounds like liquid sloshing around. Like it's bizarre. I guess it technically sounds right, but it'll drive you crazy. Just run into that wall. Why would it ever do that? It's a good thing Eggman programmed this thing like an idiot. I wish I had more to say, but I don't. Like I said, the fight is just really, really dull. Oh. That is the most clever this fight will get, is having a homing attack back onto the horn. Or miss completely. There we go, okay. I'd be really mad if that did it again. Come on, run into the wall, let's finish this. There we go. Alright, that wasn't too bad. A little less than 3 minutes. That wasn't the worst thing in the world. It's not like we're gonna Bliss Phase 2, which we also have to fight in this fucking story. God damn it. Not looking forward to that, obviously. Are you? Because I'm not. I had to do 2 fucking parts of Sonic story to that stupid fight because I fucked it up so many goddamn times. Oddly trying to make it go faster. That was a fail if ever there was one. Well, I just S-ranked that. That was nice.
Perfect.
Yeah. Still to this day, speaking while I'm singing the music, I don't understand why people continuously say that, oh, well, at least the music's good. You know what? I genuinely don't care for the music in this game. I don't think the music was that good. Is that just me? Every time someone's like, oh, well, the music... No, it wasn't. What are you talking about? Why would you say that? No, you're wrong. Leave me alone. I guess, you know, if people were entitled to their opinions, okay, I never really agree with that, personally. I mean, it has some good tracks, but not all of them. Where are you? Where is this place?
Soliana.
You mean Soriana?
It has a constitutional monarchy.
Thanks for clarifying.
Industries are tourism and crafting precision machinery.
Why are you telling him this?
The current sovereign is Princess Elise III.
I believe that's the only time in the game where it is mentioned that Elise is a third. She's the third.
Should I know? I just followed my orders and retrieved the item.
Yeah, what is that?
Anyway,
Other than my
I have
scepter.
a little favor to ask.
No, I'm too busy.
Escort me to the GUN rendezvous point.
Where's the rendezvous?
I think this is just an excuse for her to hang out with Shadow.
It's the
That's not even a joke. I legitimately believe she only asked him that just so she could hang out with him, because I feel like Rouge does that shit all the fucking time. Like, look at her in the games, and tell me she does not make excuses just to be around him, because she fucking does. All the damn time. And I don't dislike that, I just find it funny that this is a consistent thing that she always does. She always finds a way to make sure that she and him are hanging out. I just thought that was always amusing. And right now we're loading, so you know.
Rouge, respond.
No!
Prepare the means to go to Kingdom Valley. Go to the Forest Gate immediately.
Yeah, do it! Actually, we're not going to do that. I'm going to cut it off here. This is a good first start. Nothing horrible happened yet. So, hope you guys are still sticking around for Shadow's story! Yeah! I'm Sonic! I was about to call it Next Gen, but it is so not Next Gen anymore, is it? This fucking game. Till next time, this is Darkness, and I bid you all a fond farewell.